Jack Wurgaft and I were old college friends, and we had each been practicing about 8 or 9 years when we started our firm in 1978. We each had experience with other firms. I had been in the public sector with the Public Defender's Office, and I had worked for a small two-person firm. Jack had also worked for several firms, and we decided to get together and form our own firm. And when we first started the firm, we did general things. We did a whole variety of things that cover the legal gamut, from personal injury to divorce, real estate matters, and municipal court matters. And as we developed the firm and we grew and we got busier, we decided that the thing both of us enjoyed most was representing plaintiffs in personal injury matters. I think it's fair to say that both Jack and I are very people-oriented. We enjoyed not only the dynamics of meeting people, but also trying to help people. And as we developed the firm, I remember about a year and a half or two in, as the practice was growing, the decision we made to hire our first associate after being in practice together for a year and a half or two, and it seemed like such a monumental decision at the time. And of course, since then, our practice has grown. We've narrowed our practice area so that all we do now is personal injury, some employment law. Reuben Simmons, who's with us, does criminal law as well. But primarily, I think we've developed a reputation, and our practice is such that we handle personal injury matters. The legal community knows us as people who handle very large exposure personal injury cases, but there are also smaller cases that we take as well, because if you have a client who wants you to represent them, you want to serve their full legal needs insofar as a bodily injury case are represented. And we have some younger lawyers, and taking the smaller cases helps younger lawyers get experience and maintains our contact with the community. It's been very satisfying to grow and chart our evolution as a boutique. I know it's probably contrarian, because a lot of practices have grown and they've become supermarkets covering every area of the legal waterfront. We made a conscious decision probably 15 years ago. Once certification of trial attorneys came in, I think is when it began, to try to limit and narrow our practice to the things we think we do best, and things, and it's no surprise here, that we like doing the best, and that's personal injury work. And our client base has changed a lot. When we first started, we were essentially primarily, if not exclusively, retail. Clients would come in, they'd refer other clients, their friends and their neighbors, and we'd represent them. But when certification of civil trial attorneys came in the early 80s, both Jack and I were among the first people to be certified as certified civil trial attorneys. And that encouraged other attorneys to recognize our expertise, our experience, and of course permit us to transmit referral fees to them. And at that point, I think our practice began to really change, where a good deal of our work would come on referrals from other lawyers. And of course, we don't want to be in competition with the people who referred us work, and we don't want them to think that we would be taking the clients they sent us for personal injury cases and handle their closings or their matrimonial matters or their criminal matters. So we were always good about sending the clients back to the referring attorneys if it did not involve personal injuries. And then the cases began to grow, not only in terms of the referrals from other lawyers, but in terms of the sizes of cases. We got more successful, and that gave us the resources to spend more money on cases, to handle bigger cases, to be perhaps more resourceful in our handling of cases. And I still remember to this day when Jack got the first $1 million verdict our firm had ever gotten in 1984. It was the summer of 1984. I remember the name of the case, and it was just kind of a milestone, almost a groundbreaking for our firm in 1984 when Jack got that $1 million verdict in. It totally changed the landscape for our firm. And I say this hopefully modestly, but that was the first of many million-dollar cases that we've gotten either by verdict or by settlement. And I think that from that point on, that kind of was the beginning of our firm's growth, and not only in terms of size, more lawyers, development, but I think it was kind of the beginning of the recognition of our firm by other firms as a place to send their difficult, high-exposure cases to. And also, with that came our increased involvement in the legal community in terms of involvement in bar activities, bar functions, speaking at seminars, instructing other lawyers, both on a county-wide basis, a statewide basis. And from that point on, I think our firm really took off to the point where we are today. We also tried, and I think successfully, to build a firm culture. Jack and I are very similar in our backgrounds. We do not come from affluent backgrounds. We're the first members of our family to be college educated, to be professionals. And as I said earlier, we genuinely like the interaction of people. I don't think either Jack or I, no matter how successful or promising the opportunity might be, could sit in a law office and parse sentences and draft documents with that attention to detail and absence of any human connection that involves. And we've been very careful with the hiring of people that come to work for us, and in terms of the imbuing and inculcation of the firm culture. It's casual, it's cordial, it's friendly, there's no pretense, we don't keep time records, we don't mandate certain work hours, we treat people as professionals, and if they're on trial and have a lot of work to do, we assume that they will, if necessary, burn the midnight oil. And by the same token, if the work is in good shape and phone calls are returned, and we pride ourselves on responsiveness to clients, that if it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon and they want to play golf or play tennis, they can go ahead and do that. And I think the firm here, not only in terms of our lawyers, but in terms of the staff, is one that's a very happy, familial, collegial environment in which to work. We have very little turnover, and it really is one big happy family. We're casual. If we're not going to court, we feel comfortable dressing down. Everybody's treated with respect, but at the same time, everybody's very familiar and comfortable with everybody. I'm very, very proud of the firm that we've built, the new leadership in the firm that we've developed, and I just couldn't be more pleased with where I am after 42 years of practicing law.